So if you click on this video, you either fall into these categories. Either you're an artist or you're a manager that manages them. And before we even get into this video, I want you to know that this is going to be a very boring but very profound video that's going to explain what clipping is doing for artists and how artists are using it to generate a lot of attention on social media. So like I said, it's going to be very boring, but if you still to the end of the video, you'll be able to learn a thing or two that at the end you can make a decision whether you want to use clipping as a service for your artist, or if you're an artist watching this, whether you want to utilize this for your brand and business. So let's get into it. So you might be asking, what's clipping? And in a nutshell, how I explain this is taking long form content and cutting them into short pieces and reposting them on social media is actually what clipping is. But this doesn't apply to artists. You see, when we are talking about musical artists and clipping, the situation is kind of different. So if you're an artist, right, and you want to use clipping as a service and you use an agency like ours, how are we able to use this service and your music or product and art, let me call it art, and bring them together to be able to create that kind of attention? Well, first we begin with the artist, which is you. What we do is, when we talk to an artist and they are interested in using clipping as a service, we first ask for the products that they have. So which is, it could be a music video, it could be a song, or it could be an album, or it could be a rollout, whatever art that you have or products that you have. We take it from you and make sure, okay, so what is this product and what emotion does it evoke? Because you have to understand, as an artist, the only way people connect with you is through emotion. So it could be a song, for instance. Let's take a song, which is the main thing that people actually need from you or want from you. So if you're an artist, a musician, and you have a song, what we actually look for is, when we sit with you, this is what we do. We make sure we retrieve the key information that is in the song that you are presenting to us or you want the world to know about. So when we sit down and, for instance, you present to us a song that you were inspired to make because you went through a breakup, or because you were depressed, or because you were broke and you had this kind of motivation to go out there and make a name for yourself, we make sure we retrieve that information that's in the music and make sure, okay, this is the message and this is the emotion that we have to portray to the world. Now, how do we take this emotion, and incorporate it into clipping? Now, with a clipping agency like ours, we have hundreds and thousands of editors that work behind us. And whenever we bring an artist like you, they work according to whatever message that we take from the client, which is you, the artist, and give to them. So remember, we took emotion from the song. Now, when we take emotion from the song, we want to find guidelines and requirements for these editors to follow. Now, for instance, we take emotion, which is like, let's say, a sad song. So we know the emotion we have to go with is sad. Now we have to find content that correlates with that kind of emotion. So for instance, you have movies that have sad emotions in them. You have football edits that have sad emotions with them. You have cartoons that have sad emotions with them. So whatever kind of content you want to create, or whatever kind of content, then put it for these editors to create, we make sure, okay, you want movie edits with your song attached to it, right? So I'm sure you've come across, while scrolling on Instagram or any social media platform, you came across a content and you resonated with it, or it kind of touched you and there was a song attached to it, and then you click on the song and you were interested, okay, who is this artist that is singing this song? What is this song? And you went out to even search it on your own to be able to find, okay, what is this song that is attached to this video that makes it make sense? And that's the job of these editors. That is what they do. When we take an emotion and we give it to these people, the editors and the clippers, they make content around it, that when you put your song that you've given to us and the emotion that we found from it, it kind of fits in to become this one kind of piece that when you post it on social media, it becomes unrecognizable that, okay, this song was actually, or this video was actually made around the song. So it blends in with the normal consumption that people are actually consuming on social media. And that is how we harness attention. So I'm sure you've heard this 6-7 trend, right? People actually make edits, football edits with this 6-7 stuff. People make skits with this 6-7 stuff, and that is how the song blew up That is how the artist blew up, without no kind of forceful promo that you have to take your phone. My music is out, go listen. No, this is a kind of system that people are not even aware of, and when it's incorporated behind you, it's just a generation. Imagine having hundreds and thousands of people posting clips, any variety of clip with your song attached to it. Just imagine the amount of attention you're going to get. So that is what clipping is, and that is how artists are using it to blow up. And this is not even used by only underground artists or unknown artists in the world. If I tell you one of the top international artists in the world use this, you might not believe me, but Drake actually used this last year in 2025 when he released his album with Party Next Door. He created a campaign, and lots of clippers used the songs in that album to be able to create a lot of clips, and that is how he generated a lot of views, right? So that is how clipping is helping artists. Now, I'm sure with all this explanation, you've actually understood a thing or two and seen how clipping works. So if I could break all this down for you to be able to understand again after the long information I've already given, this is how it goes. You're an artist, you want clipping as a service to blow your song to the masses. You come to us, you give us your product, we retrieve the emotion from that product that you've given us or the ads that you've already created, and we make it the main thing. Then we sit down with you on a call, which is like 45 minutes, that we speak with you to be able to create guidelines and how the videos that you want to be seen with your song attached to it needed to be portrayed in the world of the internet. And we write guidelines and the scripts and requirements that is needed. So let's say if you want to target a US audience, we put it down. If you want to target an African audience, if you are from Africa and want that kind of targeted audience, we will put that in the requirements. Wherever be, if you're in the UK, you're a UK rapper, we actually put that and make sure, okay, this is the kind of audience we want. So the people that are making the video or the clippers, whatever accounts they are creating, they make sure, okay, this account that I'm making for this artist needs to be targeted to this kind of people, right? So your desires and all the things that you want around that song will be written down and given to the clippers. And when we give that scripts to them, that is when the job begins. They start producing a lot of videos, clips, and then that's how you generate a lot of views. And take this approach as compared to you paying for the radio, you paying for Facebook ads, or you just organically just shouting your voice on the internet. It's just much more simple and much more effective as compared to the way music is marketed naturally. So with all this being said, I hope you understand how clipping is used to generate lots of views for musicians like you. And with what I've explained, I hope you use this to your own advantage. But if you have bigger dreams to blow up and you want professional help, what you can do is just go down and there's a link there. You can book a call with us. You just book a free time. There's a calendar there, a time that you want to speak with us, and then we'll sit down with you for 45 minutes and we'll just go through all the steps that I've talked to you about. And then we'll see whether we can implement this for you, whether you're fit for us or not. Or if you don't want to, go through all this long process, you can just shoot us a DM on Instagram, also link down. Just shoot us a DM and just send us a message notifying us that you are interested in using clipping as a service, and then we'll text you back, then we'll converse a little bit, and then we'll hop on the call so we can see each other face to face and speak, and then we'll implement the systems for you, and then you're good to go to market yourself to the masses in the world. On that note, I hope to see you on a call or get a DM from you.